Good morning, students. In the last lecture, we have discussed about the Ohm's law, resistance, resistivity, temperature dependence of the resistivity. Okay, series and parallel combination of the resistances. In series combination, current remains the same. In parallel combination, potential will remains the same. And you had also derived the formula for the series as well as for parallel combination. In series, the effective resistance increases and become greater than greatest. In parallel combination, effective resistance decreases and becomes smaller than smallest. As well as you had also learned the formula of energy, power, okay, and what are the relations between the electrical energy into the heat energy in the terms of the Joule heat, Joule's law. So today we are going to learn about electrochemical cell, EMF and terminal voltage. One of the very important topics. So today electrochemical cell, EMF and terminal voltage. So what do you mean by the word electrochemical cell? So electrochemical cell, the simple pencil cell or whatever the cell that you are using in our day-to-day life, cell हो गया, battery है, nickel cadmium, chargeable, rechargeable, whatever you are using in day-to-day life, that is simple. It is the steady source of electric current. So electrochemical cell is a device which is used to convert chemical energy into electrical energy. And you all know that there are two types of electrochemical cell. Number one, primary. Number two, secondary. Primary cells which cannot be recharged, used, and then you can throw it. For example, dry cell which is used in our remote controls, our chargers, remote controls में use कर सकते हैं उसको. And what is secondary cell? The cell which can be charged again and again. Lithium ion batteries in our mobile, cordless nickel cadmium battery which is used in the cordless telephones earlier days. फिर lead storage batteries which is used in our automobiles, vehicles, either two-wheeler, four-wheeler. So these are the types of electrochemical cell. So what is the basic composition of the electrochemical cell? So whenever you are simple, this is a beaker which contains two electrodes and a liquid is filled in it. This liquid is known as electrolyte. The electrode on which the positive charge is accumulated is known as positive electrode, or it is also known as anode. And electrode on which negative charge is accumulated is known as cathode. But how these positive and negative charges are accumulated on the two electrodes? But when you make a chemical cell, there is some types of the different types of chemicals are to be used. In our car battery, we are having H2SO4 solution, which is later on converted into PbSO4 solution. Then we are having different types of the electrodes that you already know, you had studied in the junior classes. So whenever the chemical reaction takes place inside a cell or a battery, positive and negative charges are formed. And by the energy of this, the electrode on which positive charge is accumulated is known as anode, or we can say that positive terminal. It is represented by B. And the electrode on which the negative charge is accumulated is known as negative terminal, or it is also known as cathode. Okay, this process continuously till we are getting a sufficient amount of the positive and negative charges on the respective electrodes. Okay, but when you connect a circuit in the outer part, a resistance R, then charge start flowing from positive terminal to the negative terminal outside the cell. Current is flowing from positive to negative, but inside the cell, the electrons or the electrolytes and the ions are moving from negative to positive. So remember this part. Outside the circuit, the current is flowing from positive to the negative, and inside it is from negative to positive. But due to the presence of some impurities, chemicals, some mechanical defects, okay, or other chemicals, they provide the hindrance to the flow of these charges, and it is known as internal resistance of a cell. So what is EMF? EMF means electromotive force. Dear student, remember that EMF is not a force but it is a potential difference. It is simply a potential difference whose unit is volt. It is a misnomer. It is just misguiding us. It is a force, but it is not a force. So what is electromotive force? EMF stands for electromotive force. Maximum potential difference across the two electrodes when no electric current is passing through a cell. When no electric current is passing through a cell, then maximum potential जो होता है, that is known as electromotive force. And what is the unit of the electromotive force? Unit is volt. Same. And what is volt? It is the energy per unit charge only, nothing else. Energy कहाँ से मिलेगी? Due to the chemical reaction, whatever the energy which is released, this energy is gained by the unit positive charge, and then the positive negative electrodes are formed, and when you connect, the electric current is passing through the cell. So EMF is represented by either capital E or epsilon symbol. Capital E or epsilon. So what is EMF? Electromotive force, that is maximum potential difference across the two electrode of a cell when no electric current is passing through the cell, that is known as EMF. Then what is terminal voltage? Of terminal voltage, what is terminal voltage? When the electric current starts flowing through the cell, then what happens? Then net potential difference across the electrodes of a cell when electric current flowing through a cell is known as terminal voltage. Because when there is no current, then V is equal to E. When current is flowing, then V is equal to E minus IR. Because when current is flowing, some part of energy is get lost to overcome the internal resistance. That's why we are using the negative sign. So V is equal to E minus IR is the formula for terminal voltage. And to obtain the relation between current and EMF, we are simply taking Ohm's law. Because current is passing through the external resistance R, so V is equal to IR. Comparing these two equations, IR is equal to E minus IR, so I is equal to E upon small r plus capital R. So this is the relation between EMF, terminal voltage, electrochemical cell. Again I am repeating, what is electrochemical cell? Electrochemical cell is the device which is used to convert chemical energy into electrical energy. There are two types of the electrochemical cell, primary cell and secondary cell. Primary non-rechargeable, use and throw. Secondary cell which can be charged again and again. Here we have a small electrochemical cell. Whenever the chemical reaction takes place inside a cell or a battery, positive and negative charges are formed, and due to the chemical energy, the electrode on which positive charge deposited is known as anode, and on which negative charge is deposited is known as cathode. And the maximum potential difference across the two electrodes when no electric current or in open circuit, when I is 0, I is equal to 0, that is open circuit condition. जब I 0 होगा, then V is equal to E. So in that part, the maximum potential difference across the two electrodes when no current is passing through the cell is known as EM. And when the current is passing through the cell, then it is known as terminal voltage. And formula for terminal voltage, V is equal to E minus IR. And comparing with the Ohm's law, I is equal to E upon small r plus capital R. Okay student, now I think that you can able to understand the difference between the EMF terminal voltage. So now we are coming to the next topic, and this formula that I am going to derive is not given in the textbook, and some of the numericals are also based on this derivation. So please take care of this. That is known as charging of secondary cell. The rechargeable cells, the mobile batteries or lead storage cell which can be recharged. So that is charging of secondary cell. To charge a secondary cell, we have to connect a DC source. High voltage V, high voltage DC source we have to connect, and we have to pass a direct current through the electrochemical cell. And we have to take care of that. The positive terminal of external battery is connected with positive electrode, and negative terminal of a battery is connected with the negative electrode. And to control the flow of electric current, a resistance R is connected in series. What is the use of this R? To control flow of electric current. The use of the capital R in series is to control the flow of electric current. When the electric current is passing through the cell comes into its original form. Every day you are charging your mobile phone, same electric energy that you are applying. To charge a cell, DC current is passing through a cell and electric energy converted into chemical energy which is stored in our batteries plus heat energy. अपना मोबाइल गर्म हो जा रहा है. Okay, so two things happen here. Electric energy converted into chemical energy plus some part is waste in the form of heat energy. So E stands for electric energy, C stands for chemical energy, H stands for heat energy. So electric energy is provided from the external source, that is VIT. In terms of chemical, it is stored into EIT, and the heat loss, that is I square RT. But here small r is the internal resistance which is in the form of the chemicals compositions. Capital R is the external resistance and time t. So I and t common from this. From the entire equation we get B is equal to E plus I small r plus capital R. इस तरफ B minus E is equal to I small r plus capital R. I is equal to B minus E upon small r plus capital R. Here I is known as charging current. I is known as charging current. So while charging, the terminal voltage is greater than EMF. While when you charge the cell, then terminal voltage is what? Greater than EMF. When cell is in use, so terminal voltage is less than EMF. So you can't say that the terminal voltage is always less than EMF. No. When you charge the cell, terminal voltage is greater than EMF, and when cell is in use, discharging condition mein terminal voltage is less than EMF. So from the textual exercise, you can solve the question number 1. First question 3.1, 3.2, and 3.11.